This particular customer had only her eyes to cry when her goods arrived at the point of destination because she did not take the necessary precautions before her goods were actually shipped. Call me Tendon please. If you are interested by shipping, transportation, logistic, or supply chain, you are at the right place. Today, we are going to share with you the story of a lady whose goods got damaged because she never took the necessary precautions before her goods were actually shipped from one place to another. It's the story of Mrs. A, who poorly parceled her goods and she made a mistake she was not supposed to. What is the mistake she made? She mixed certain products who normally are not supposed to be packed or loaded together in the same carton, because in case of the slightest mistakes, the whole carton will be damaged. What are these products she mixed? She mixed products like vegetable oil, liquid detergent, and clothes, shoes, and all these goods were in the same carton. And this is a very big mistake a lot of people do when they are about to send goods. And what simply happened is that in the process of handling, some of these vegetable oils opened. When I say some of these vegetable oils, I'm referring to the bottle, of course. Some of these bottles opened, some of the liquid detergent also opened, and all this mixed in the carton, and dresses, shoes, and other articles that were present in this lady's carton got damaged. And in such situation, let me tell you, please, it's not the fault of the transporter or the shipping company. That is one thing you are supposed to be aware of. So today we are going to share with you some mistakes, or those mistakes a lot of people do when packing their goods, and these mistakes are generally the causes or the reasons why most people's goods get damaged before they actually reach the point of destination. The first thing you have to do before actually parceling your goods in the same carton is to make sure you identify all the products you have and you want to ship. Why is identification important? Identification is very important because not all products or articles are meant to be parceled in the same carton when they are to be transported. Let me take an example. Things like, or articles like liquid products, which are dangerous or toxic, should not be packaged or put in the same carton with consumable products like biscuit, chocolate, and others. Or liquid products should not be parceled in the same carton with other products which might get damaged in case this liquid product leak or spill in the carton. So that is why identifying what you want to package or ship is very important before you actually do what? Pack them. The second thing you need to do when parceling your goods is to make sure there is not too much empty space in the carton. Why do I say so? If you're parceling your goods and it happens that there is too much empty space in the carton, what will simply happen is that in the process of handling this particular carton, their good is going to shake into the carton, being it left, right, front, or back. And if this occurs, your goods might easily get damaged. So when you're parceling goods, make sure there is not enough or too much empty space in the carton. And in order for you to avoid this, you can look for articles or for things like airbags or plastic airbags or bubbles in order to protect the goods and make sure it does not shake when it is in the carton. It's important for us to note that when goods are transported by air, by sea, or by road, the volume and the weight of the good is what is mostly considered to determine how much the shipper or the sender or the receiver of the goods will pay when the goods get at the point of destination. An example of the air transport is that if you want to ship goods by air and it happens that the weight of the good is more than the volume of the good, automatically you will be charged for the weight of the good. But if it happens that the volume of the good is more than the weight of the good, automatically you are charged the volume weight to pay. Now, under sea transport, the volume of the good is mostly what considered in paying the shipping fee, which is usually referred to as the CBM of the good. And you will agree with me that if there is too much empty space available or present in the carton you use to parcel your good, automatically your CBM or the amount you pay for your goods to be sent by sea will also be high, and this will make you spend more than the amount you were actually supposed to spend. This is why too much empty space in the carton is not what advised. The third or the next thing you need to do when parceling your goods is to make sure they are well wrapped, and this applies to breakable items like plates, phones, or other related items. When you have breakable items like phone, plates, glasses, or others, it's preferable you make each of these goods to be properly wrapped before actually putting them in the same carton. Why do I say so? By wrapping each of them before putting them in the same cartons, it limits or it reduces the rate of friction, and it also reduces the rate of them getting damaged during the handling or the transportation process. So make sure your goods are properly wrapped, especially if they are breakable or electronics that might easily get damaged, before you put them in the same carton to close the carton. And finally, the last thing you need to do is to make sure label, signs, and mark are present on the carton of your goods after they are being parceled. This is very, very important, because you will agree with me that the only thing that enables transporters or those handling goods to be able to know if a good can easily get damaged or not is the label sign present on the carton. And when we talk about labels or marking signs, we are referring to this. This is what, or these are what we refer to as label or marking sign. They simply tell us the nature of the product which is found in the carton, and they also help those handling and transporting the goods to be able to identify the type of goods they are transporting. And by so doing, it enables them to know how to handle these goods and also how to pack them, being it in the container or in the transportation unit. So make sure after parceling your goods, label signs and marking signs should be present on the carton. If the goods, for example, is a breakable item, you can make sure you use a label like this. If, for example, the goods is a liquid product, make sure you use a sign like this. Or if it happens, for example, that is a dangerous product, you can use a label sign like this. So it is very important you make sure the carton or your carton is labeled with these marks, in order to be able to notify the transporter or those handling your goods about the nature of your goods, so that a lot of precautions can be taken when loading your goods in a container or in the transportation unit, and assure that your good reaches the point of destination in very good condition. It was Tendon Simplist. If you like what we do, please subscribe to our channel, like our video, comment, and together let's grow and achieve more. Thank you for watching.